Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel and welcome to Citadelum. The game is released today and I've been really excited to have early access to it so I can bring you a playthrough of the main campaign. We're going to dive straight in. You can actually see over here the rise of the Roman Empire is completely unlocked, so we can play it all, but we're going to start with From the Ashes. So a period of civil war is sparked by the assassination of Julius Caesar on the Ides of March 44 BC at the hands of a group of senators. Gaius Octavius, Caesar's adopted son, returns to Rome to take revenge on the aggressors and confronts Lucius Antonius, brother of Marcus Antonius, in the city of Perugia. After besieging the city, he orders it to be destroyed in retaliation against the traitors. It is your mission to move there together with a group of colonists and start the construction of a new city under the name of Augustus Perugia. We need to reach a population of 35 plebeians, create a trade route and send 75 marble to Rome. We are going to dive in. Now this is very much the same as the demo that we played way back when, but we are going to dive into this and probably just replay it so that we can get back through it. So, Marcus Aurelius Antonius, look back over the past with its changing empires that rose and fell, and you can foresee the future too. So, we've already read this. It's our mission to move there together with a group of colonists and start the construction of a new city under the name of Augusta Perugia. Right, okay, here we go. We dive in. So, Ave Dominus, I am Gaius Titus Cato, emissary of the Senate, to help you manage your settlement. I see you don't have much experience in this work, do you? The first thing you need to do is learn how to get around. So, moving the camera, rotating the camera, zooming in and out, I understand that that is easy to do. We can do this, zoom in, out, we'll get that out of the way, and then we can continue. The first thing we need to do is build a forum, as it will be the starting point of the city. The forum is the center of your settlement and also the place where the resources of the trade routes are stored. In addition, all the buildings you construct will have to be connected by roads to the forum. We recommend that you build it near water and other natural resources you will need. So we're going to pause for a second and I'm just going to have a little scout around the map now. It's very sensitive and we've got a bit of graininess going on here, but that's fine for now. We've got over here, we've got some stone deposits, and then right up here we have some iron ore deposits. We've also got plenty of trees and stuff here. I'd like to be close to stone, I guess, and iron ore, so if we can get a node that's pretty close by. I don't see like a main road or anything, but over here I've just seen we're close to water here and we've got some iron ore right in that mountain there and some stone and a nice little source of water. So that's probably where we're going to build our forum, or we'll build it around here, maybe in this direction. So we'll put down our forum. Now we can rotate this. I'm going to rotate it here so it looks a bit like that. Will do. Right, there we go. Now that we've got the backbone of our settlement, we need houses for people to move into. If you build plebeian housing, immigrants will start to arrive, help you grow your city, and will perform all types of work in exchange for a salary. If you later expand the capacity of these buildings, fulfilling the necessary requirements, new inhabitants will join your settlement. These roads must be connected to the forum. You can find the tool to build the roads in the bottom menu. Got it. Right, so we now need to build 4 plebeian housing, which is easy to find right here. So I do kind of want to leave a little bit of space, so I'm going to just move out one road there and another one, and we'll put our first plebeian housing right there facing inwards. We'll go here and here, and then I'll do some more on the other side, again leaving a gap of 3. So that'll do there, and then we need a road. So our roads come in this direction. We'll put a road in here all the way along there and another one here. And again, double road coming out this way. There we go. Right, we have all of our roads done. We just need to reach a population of 5 plebeians or plebeians. I'm not quite sure how we're saying that. I could be wrong. If any of you are knowledgeable on the Roman Empire, you just tell me that I am wrong, then that is fine. I'm going to make a big town square here, so we're going to have 3 by 3 all the way around. That's nice. I think maybe we should probably move these houses though. We'll move them just along one. And I like that we're able to do that, actually. That's quite nice. And then I'll move this one as well. So we can move it round and rotate. And we'll put it there. And then we'll move this one to there. Great. Now we've got a little alleyway that we can go through there. So we just need to reach a population of 5. I guess that will just happen naturally. There we go. Population 5, we have a fire though. So, it looks like a fire's broken out. Let me help you. I am Maximus Agrippa, engineering advisor. Occasionally, a fire may break out. That's why it's important to build fire stations, which are responsible for extinguishing fires in nearby buildings. In addition to the risk of fire, buildings require periodic maintenance if you don't want them to end up in ruins. For this, you'll have to build the engineer's post. So, we need a fire station and a engineer's post. Now, I guess that is going to be somewhere in, housing and services. There we go. Fire station and an engineer's post. So our engineer's post, you can see the very large area of coverage that it does have. I think we'll probably have to go this way, although I'd rather go that way because that looks like land that we can't really build on, so it's infertile land. So maybe we come up this way and then just pop the engineer's post on the edge here, and then our fire station, we will put that here. On the corner, maybe? Yeah, there. So it does kind of change things a little bit. We don't get this nice square city layout, but anyway, buildings do not have workers assigned to them by default. You've got to assign personnel to each building, but keep in mind that each will receive a salary. To assign new workers to a building, select it and press the button to increase the hiring target. From this moment on, the building will be filled with unemployed plebeians until it reaches the limit you have indicated. If you want a building to have a higher priority, you can set it in the hiring priority section. You can manage all this from the building detail view or go through the jobs tab in the management window. In this window, you can see all available jobs, how many vacancies there are, and how many people are working. In addition, you can easily increase and decrease the hiring target for each job. This way, you keep full control of what is being done in your settlement. So we are still paused, so I'm just going to go over, where is it? These are overlays, so you can see our desirability, you can see the housing needs, lots of stuff there, and then we can go back to normal. Over in the management window here, we just go to our jobs. We've got an engineer's post. We have 1 working there by the looks of things. We can boost that up to 2, but we'll just leave it at 1. Oh no, it's asking us to hire 2 for each one. There we go. Right, that is done. We already have the necessary infrastructure, but without water, the fires cannot be put out. Some buildings need water to operate. For example, fire stations will not be able to put out fires if you do not have a water source nearby. But don't worry, thanks to aqueducts you can get water almost anywhere. First of all, you must build a water mill next to a bank to raise the water. To transport the water to the area that needs it, build aqueducts connected to the water mill. Once you channel the water to the desired area, you will need to build a reservoir connected to the aqueduct to supply water to the surrounding area. Lastly, remember that you can also build wells in specific locations or when you need water in elevated areas where the aqueducts cannot reach. Keep in mind that the radius of influence of these will be much smaller than that of the reservoirs. So again, housing and services, we then need to build a water mill to extract water from down here. We're going to build it on this side of town, and then we need to run an aqueduct all the way along here, working very much in the same way a path does, and we will just run it to here. Then if we find a reservoir, that will distribute water there. So we'll put our reservoir kind of facing across where our forum is. I think that might be a good place for it. And then our aqueduct can just line up and pump water in. There we go. We now have a full aqueduct. I mean, it doesn't look great being right across from the forum, so we'll just have to wait and hope that that extinguishes the fire nice and quickly. So I think this engineer's post we might end up moving. We're certainly going to move the fire station next to that, and then we'll move the engineer's post here. And then we can at least run 2 roads leaving that direction. So they kind of go down and create a little bit of a pathway going to whatever we have down there. I mean, it makes the forum look rather unsightly, but I think that'll do for now. So we've just got to wait for this this fire to be extinguished. We can have a look inside the buildings, and you can see some of the detail here. It's actually really nice. If we go over to the building that's on fire, not looking so nice. It is very much in a bit of danger. But now, apparently, everything is in order, and we should expand the size of the settlement. To do this, we're going to need materials, so it's time to put the citizens to work. The construction of new buildings requires materials that can be obtained from the environment. The logging camp allows you to gather wood from trees, build it near a set of trees to get a higher yield. You'll be able to mine stone and iron ores with the stone quarry and iron mine respectively. Always check the minimap, as you can easily check where to find these resources. In addition, in order to accumulate the resources, you must build warehouses near the resource extraction buildings, as these have a limited capacity. Finally, remember that resources in the warehouses can be used by any building in the city for construction, trade routes, soldier training, or whatever is needed without the need to transport them. So getting warehouses up and running is a key part of things. What we're going to do is we are going to go to our materials production. We are going to find a logging camp, and I think right out here will be a really nice place for it. So we can just pop it just on the outskirts of town here, and we'll move it a little bit further away from the shoreline, just in case we get some sort of fishing hut or something like that up and running as well. Then we'll run this road. We'll have it cut down because I do want to leave some room for housing. I think these are 3x3, so there's a 1, 2, 3. There we go. We can go to here, and then we'll run this road all the way along the back, and I will just have it match up with that road down there. Cool. Right, we are now hooked up to the town, and we're also going to need a stone quarry, which we're going to be able to put here. So I'm going to put that just on the back road there. Then we need a warehouse. We can also do a iron mine, but our warehouse should be able to just kind of slot in right there. And then if we put an iron mine just on the edge here, I think that is in range of the warehouse. It is. Excellent. So we now have iron mines up and running. We've got a really nice little congregation of buildings here, and we'll just have this square road come out here and eventually line up. There we go. We've now got our little settlement starting to produce some iron, stone, and wood. We're going to need to make sure that we've got workers assigned to these places. We've automatically got one assigned to each one. So we've got to build a warehouse with a logging camp inside the area. That logging camp is not inside the area. So we'll build another warehouse that will deal predominantly with wood. There we go. Right, don't forget that you have to be aware of all of the inhabitants of your city. If you only build accommodations for plebeians and don't find an occupation for them, they may cause trouble. At the top of the screen, you'll see all of the information you need to know the status of your city. You can detect which aspects of your city are performing well and those that are lacking, such as the number of unemployed or homeless people. Try to constantly monitor this information to better manage your city and make it grow prosperously. You can check the people's favour indicator to know how you are performing or your management, and there is a direct relationship between the people's favour and criminality. The lower the indicator, the more likely it is that robberies, murders or riots will occur among the citizens. Oh dear. Unemployment and homelessness also affect people's favour. If we have high values in these indicators, our people will migrate out of the city. In addition, you can consult the health indicators and nutritional needs of the people. Having low values in these indicators causes citizens to die. Finally, entertainment and religion indicators, in addition to workers' wages and taxes on patricians, directly affect the level of people's favour. So at the moment, we currently have 4 unemployed citizens. So what we're going to do is we're going to find jobs for them. So we're going to put 1 into each of these, and we can probably fit another one into working in the warehouse. There we go. So everybody is now employed. We should start getting more people coming in. And there you go. We've got more migration coming in. We still have an unemployed citizen there, so we are going to put another one into the warehouse. And as the city grows, we just need to reach a population of 20 plebeians by building some more houses. And I have the perfect place to build those houses. Right across the way here, we can put in a couple more of these little houses that just kind of frame it really nicely. And then we can have a connecting road there, and we can probably just about fit another house in down there, and then we could potentially expand the road network as well. There we go. We put a road in there, and then I think here we could actually go down a little bit, and then we should be able to remove this road here, and that will actually allow us to fit in yet another house. There we go. Excellent. And we have now unlocked a new prestige level. So we've unlocked a load more buildings. We've unlocked patrician housing, the tax office, baths, taverns, carrot orchards, sawmills, a load of other fruit and vegetable orchards, the stone cutter, a winery, and trees, which are ornamental decorations. I am pleased to see your progress. The time has come for you to take on another crucial task for your citizens. Food is a very important aspect for the inhabitants of the settlement, and you must constantly monitor it. Without food, citizens are not happy and may get sick or even leave the settlement. Make sure you always have food to supply the needs of your population. To do so, you can establish different types of crops, farms and fishing posts. You need to store the food in granaries, which you must build near the food production buildings. And remember, as with storages, once you have food in the granaries, it can be used by any building in the settlement. So, as long as we basically transport our goods to the warehouse, any citizen will be able to access those goods without the need to go and transport to and from. That's my understanding of it. So we need to build a wheat field here. Now, I wonder is there a fertility? No, it doesn't look like it. So I think we can just build these anywhere, but they do lower the zone desirability. But what we'll need to do is we'll need to try and keep these quite far away. You can see there the percentage dropping down. And I would like to have like a few farms that just kind of run along this back road here. So we're now going to need to not build any houses in this location. So we'll build a wheat field. There we go. That's the wheat field built. It needs road access. So we'll pull in a road that goes to here. And then I'll run the road all the way along to there. That gives us a little bit of extra space. Now, I don't know what we're going to do with that. It might well be that is this actually impacting their housing? Yes, the desirability there has gone down, and that could potentially be because of this. Yeah, it is. So that takes it to minus 10%, but that's minus 13. So if we move that stone lodge to there, and then we move this out of the way, so that takes it there to 0. It won't fit in there, and if we go that way, we're out of range of the building that we've got placed there. This just fits it in, so that's where we'll put it, like that. And then we can actually get rid of that warehouse now. So that's kind of worked out pretty well for us. We're able to use the stone deposit there. The stone quarry mines that stone, and that warehouse will take on all of the logs from there and all of the iron from the iron mine, which is really good. So we now need to build a granary, and I assume that's over here. There we go. It does lower the zone desirability by having it in there, so we're going to put this around the back of the farm, sticking out in that direction there. We're then going to need to put in a road that runs under here and matches up there. So the granary's area of effect is pretty small. We might be better off. Can we move it to here and still be in the zone? Yeah, we can. And as long as we don't... Now, what we can do is, if we come to here and then drop back 1, we might need to drop back 2, actually. So if we drop back 2 there, I can have a row of farms that goes all the way along here. And they can kind of back out onto each other. What I want to do is I just want to move this farm. I want to have a look. So we can get one there, another one there, another one there, another one there, another one there. And yeah, I think we run out of space a little bit. So there's 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, and 1. Yeah, okay. So this one we're going to move. We're just going to move it here to that area there. And then we can actually demolish the road here. Get rid of that. And then put a new road in that just runs along there and frames it quite nicely. So there we go. Now we just need to generate 30 units of wheat through our wheat field. We've got 5 unemployed settlers. I'm going to put another one into the warehouse, so that's going to get things moved around really quickly. We'll put 4 working in the granary, and that leaves us with 1 more that we can dump into the wheat field. So we're looking pretty good now. We've got another unemployed citizen, and we are going to be able to continue boosting our population as well. So we've got plenty of space for that. I can put another citizen into the wheat field, and just as I do that, another one arrives. There we go. Right. Employment is looking good. Wood, we're getting plenty of wood in, plenty of stone, and plenty of iron ore. We're also starting to produce wheat now. So that's really, really good as well. Okay, let's have a quick look. Sit rep. How are we looking? We are paying out a lot of money though, so we are going to need to find a way to tax people. We do have more unemployed citizens. It feels like every time we give people a job, new citizens arrive. Well, that's good, because that means we're growing. And we have now generated all of the wheat. Now you have to get all of this food to the citizens. The market is a key building for supplying the needs of your citizens. You should place it near the housing of plebeians and patricians to ensure that your citizens are well served with all of their food and goods needs. Make sure your granaries and warehouses have what your citizens need so that the market workers can deliver it to the houses. So if we find our market, which is here, this has a big area here, and if we can just put it, I kind of want it to go here though. This is where it needs to be, which means we might need to adjust a few things here. I think, because if we go here, the market can't reach those two houses at the bottom, which means we could actually remove those houses, or we put in two markets. So we can put one here or one at the back here, leave a little gap there, and then we can remove this house, a big market there. Problem is, with the forum being in the place that it is, that almost looks like a bit of an error on my part. So this market won't actually service two of those buildings down there, which is unfortunate. So I am going to put my market here. Quite nice that you don't need to delete the roads to place the market, but there we go. We've got the market in. We can assign 2 workers to it, and we have plenty of people. We're going to assign 4 there and more there. And I think we can get more in the logging camp at the stone quarry and the iron mine. There we go. Right, plebeians are not the only class of citizen who can live in our city. Patricians are citizens who do not work, but contribute to the economy with their taxes. For these to come to your city, you must build patrician housing. Their needs are much higher than those of plebeians, and if you don't meet them, happiness in the settlement will decline, causing some to leave. Remember that the amount of taxes they pay affects their happiness. If you raise taxes, you raise more money, but their happiness decreases. Don't forget to build tax offices, which will be the buildings in charge of collection. Keep the latter in mind and ensure that the patricians have buildings and activities to entertain themselves to increase their happiness. So we can now unlock patrician housing. What I want to do is I want to make some patrician housing. We need to make sure that they're in range of the market here, and we can just place 1, 2, 3 and 4 there, and then we can now run a road up here and then around here. So now we're starting to build some new housing. Taxes here, no taxes are being collected. We are going to need a tax office now, so the tax office can go here, and it will just sit on the top of this street right there. There we go. So now we should have somebody working in the tax office, and they can start collecting taxes for us. We'll put in 4 into the tax office, and we're really starting to fill up on our jobs now. However, no taxes are currently being collected. Is that because I need to set a tax? No, it doesn't look like it. Why are we not collecting taxes? We need to reach a population of 10 patricians. We don't have anyone living in there. That's why it's not connecting. They require melon and cabbages per day. We do have some moving in there. They have water. That was the required service. They have water as well. So let's build a melon farm. We can just put it here, facing in that way, and we can also do cabbages. I think that was what their requirement was. Yes, cabbages and melons. Excellent. Right, now we can actually put more citizens to work in those new farms. So, cabbage orchards and melon orchards, and we can just fill those up as we continue to get more people. So if we have a look at our population, you can see here we have 8 patricians and our target is 10. We've got 9 and 45 plebeians. We've got 2 unemployed, so we're going to set them to work on the farm, fill up our melon orchard, and then we just need 1 more to move in, and then our cabbage orchard will be maxed out. So this is going pretty well. There we go. We have now unlocked a new prestige level. So the following building, we've got loads of buildings available now. Temples, a bridge, a doctor's office, the Temple of Apollo, the Temple of Minerva, Ceres, Mars, Jupiter, Pluto, and then a medicinal herbs orchard. That sounds good. A fishing dock, some hedges, fishmonger, bakery, and a chicken farm. So it's time for you to continue improving the city. The prestige level is an indicator of the importance of your city. As it increases, you will have access to more advanced buildings, and some structures will automatically increase in level, which favours the arrival of new settlers to the settlement. To check the prestige upgrade requirements, place the pointer over the prestige area and you will be able to see which buildings you will unlock with it. At the top left of the screen, we'll find more information about your city. In addition to the prestige level and the favour of the people, in this section you can also see the remaining time in the day. This is important because the collections and payments are executed at the beginning of each day, as well as the buying and selling operations of the trade routes. Finally, you can see an economic summary with your money in the coffers and a daily balance. So you can see here we are losing 650 per day, but we are starting to pull in some taxes, which is really good. And right now, our people's favour, not great. Crime is on the rise. We do have 2 unemployed citizens, so we better find a job for them now. 1 can work in the cabbage orchard and 1 can go over to the logging camp. We still got 3 more population to move in. There we go. Another one has come in, so we'll set them to work in the stone quarry. We are now fully stocked on jobs, so we are going to need to create some more jobs. We need to reach a population of 15 patricians, but we're getting there now as well, and we are continuing to bring in melons, cabbages, which is really, really good. I think things are going pretty well. Got a lot coming in. The market's looking good. I think we could probably do with building another market just so that we can get some people here. Oh, Ave Dominus, I am Marcus Drusus, military delegate of the Senate, and I am going to supervise your actions on the map. It seems that the city is starting to develop, but it is not all about working in the settlement. You can explore the territory and secure your military dominance over it. Visualize your territory on the region map via the button in the user interface. In this map, you can see your city and also the territories you've explored so far. Increasing the explored area generates roads which will connect your city with others and allow you to trade with them. It is also vital to know where the enemy is. To move an explorer, select it and choose one of the adjacent territories. If an explorer finds an enemy army, there is a chance that he will be killed. Okay, well that's not great, but let's go to our region map. You can see our explorer here. We are going to send him into this territory. There. Off he goes. What's he found? Anything at all? Looked like a farm, nothing else. And then we'll move him over into this territory. Nothing. We'll keep on going. Nothing here. And we will keep on going. Aha! Looks like there's something here. What is this then? Oh, he's actually exploring it. That's what's happening. So it's going to take some time. You can see that little bar filling up there. So this might be the city of Vertona, which we've been asked to explore. So we'll head back to our settlement, which is going pretty well. We'll get our market put in. This second market here, I think we're going to try and fit it around this space here. So our first market has a fairly decent coverage, but we want to come to here. And then we're going to go there. Then I think what we can do is we can just build a road that cuts through here. I'm going to make it a... We're not going to do that. We're going to get rid of that. Then we're going to make it a single road that cuts through here, lines up with the marketplace, and there we go. Now you can see they'll just walk through the bottom of the aqueduct, which is quite a nice touch. So we've got paved road here, and we've also got paved plots, which covers the ground and makes it nice and decorative. Costs stone, of course. That's fine. And we've got paved road there as well. It's all the same, actually, by the looks of things. Paved road, paved plot. Stone plot to cover and decorate the ground of your city. Stone path that connects your buildings to the forum. So we'll just make sure that these are all correct and accounted for. We're going to pave over this entire area here. In fact, what I want to do is I'm going to drag this to here. We're going to go all the way up with this. We're going to put a nice paved road there just to increase their travel speed. We're going to run a path that goes all the way around here, taking us to the marketplace. Vertona is now collected to our settlement, and we can trade with them. To establish a trade route with another city, you must specify which resources you want to buy and sell each day within the constraints of supply and demand. The cart you see on the map of the region is a visual representation that indicates a trade route between 2 points. Keep in mind that trading operations will always take place at the beginning of a new day, so it's important that you keep an eye on your economy, daily income, and expenses. When you receive a delivery of trade resources, they will go to the forum. At this point, the payment will be made. For the operation to be successful, the forum must have space available, and your coffers must have enough money to pay for the operation. Remember, you can build warehouses, granaries, or armories near the forum to make sure to clear its reserves. Likewise, to export resources, you must make sure that you have enough of them in your city's storages. In the trade section of the management window, you can choose the amount of a resource from which you are allowed to export so that you do not run out of it. Alright, got it. Just going to pause for a second because I do want to get this road put in. I'm going to do a little one there. We're going to come down here, along here, up and around. There we go. Right, we're going to have this come up to here and there, and then down here and there, nice and uniform. And then I can probably put in a load of trees or something here because we don't actually need to use this space, but I do think it looks pretty nice. So our hedge here, or trees, we'll put in some trees on the corners. There, there, and there. We'll put a couple of trees here where the road splits. And again here. And we're going to pave through there just to give it a nice little finishing touch. And then our final decorative item will be hedges, which will go to here. We'll rotate. Can we rotate? Or does it just... Yes, it automatically just goes in like that. Cool. Again, more hedges going all the way up. This doesn't look quite how I imagined it would look. Like, I was kind of expecting something a bit more... Let's have a look at what the garden looks like. Put the garden in. We'll see how they look. Do I have to get rid of the path? Oh, that's much nicer. Right, yes, we'll get rid of these hedges then. As I've gotten rid of them, trees have sprouted in the place, so that's pretty good. And I just want to put gardens in here now. There we go. So that's lovely. Excellent. Right, we still have some unemployed people, but because we now have another marketplace, we can put some more people to work in the market. We are now full on the plebeian population, and we just need to buy some marble using a trade route. So let's go to our region map. Vertona, we want to trade. We want to buy from them. We want to buy 75. And we're going to sell them some wood. We're going to sell them 75. Just for the day. That's fine. Let's do it. Trade route is now established, and we should get that marble coming in at the end of the day. Now, what's wrong here? They don't have enough food. So, we're actually going to need probably to build another wheat field. Or could we go with onions? What are they recommended? It's got to be wheat. Okay, so let's make a new wheat field that will go here, and hopefully we'll get some people to work in it. In fact, what we could do is we could very quickly, we'll drop one engineer, one fireman, one tax collector, and we can pump them all into the wheat field. There we go. Right, so we should now start getting that issue with food sorted out. There we go. People have delivered. Our granary, where was our granary? It's there. Okay, but you can see here the market is now bustling away. We can send that marble to Rome, and there we have it. We've completed all of the objectives on the mission. Rome awaits you. Go to the Capitoline Hill to start the victory parade, followed by your best men, and celebrate this success. So we can stay on this map, or we can move to a next one. But what I am going to do is, I'm going to call it there, and we will move on to our next mission. I hope you've enjoyed this first look at Citadelum. We will be back to continue the campaign. I'm so excited that this game has come out. So thank you to Abylight Studios for sending me an early access code. Hope you've enjoyed looking at this one with me, and stay tuned for more. Thanks for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye-bye.